Today's horoscope, Taurus August 26, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's energy encourages you to muse on what you enjoy and what makes you happy. Write down some of your favorite foods, things you like to do, and consider the many ways in which you depend on your body, and your body comes through for you. This is an excellent time to contemplate what we must not take for granted. Your body is your most valuable earthly asset. Are there ways in which you've neglected it? How do you go about honoring it? Here is a good day to relax, dear. After being highly active for the last few days, you probably feel a need to slow down. You will do yourself a lot of good by taking it easy and relaxing. Those close to you will also appreciate the newfound calm, so take full advantage of this temporary calm to turn towards your sentimental life. Your vibrations will rock and caress you in this domain. Having the moon in Taurus sharpens your instincts and makes you more emotionally and intuitively engaged, while also keeping the focus on the playful, creative, and adventurous aspects of life. The weekend will make this easier to embrace, however. With Pluto moving into his last full week in your career sector and new opportunities opening on the job front next week, it is important not to take this for granted. You are experiencing dwarf planet Ceres' last full day in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart, along with the Sun's first weekend and Venus' last weekend in a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged area. With the Sun spending his first in Venus, the planet of love, her last weekend in your romantic sector, this was always going to be a romantically charged weekend. Helping to make this even more special is that in the dwarf planet Ceres' last full day in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart, as well as the Sun and Venus being in harmony, so too is the Moon. This will add to a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia. The first half of the day holds strong energy for giving a person or relationship their due attention. You might enjoy psychic rapport with someone special. You might release a burden. Others are putting their faith in you, and this, in turn, motivates you to step up your game. Love is more gracious than usual. However, a Mars-Saturn square comes into play, and it might apply the brakes to projects and plans that have been moving too fast for their own good. Keep in mind, however, that this is merely a slowdown, not a halt. You've been more confidently pursuing fun and games recently, and today, you might come to a roadblock, and quite possibly a financial limitation. Or, worries and concerns put a damper on your mood. You may be fearful of change on a basic security level, yet attracted to taking some risks, and this poses a dilemma now. Take your time, avoid pushing in the face of resistance, but do pay attention to your responsibilities and fulfill them to the best of your ability. Last week's cosmic masterpiece spoiled you into thinking that the universe is only a place of beauty for you now. Unfortunately, the week ahead will remind you of why you so often protect your heart. As you turn away from the fields of passion and laughter, you will find thorns everywhere upon the path. The worst part about it is that you don't even have a way to cut through them, so expect that as you proceed, they will cut into your skin and heart and yes, you will bleed. The only way through this conflict is to put your head down, be silent, and go through. Are you willing to be vulnerable? You might feel like things are seemingly effortless with your professional relationships as Venus in Cancer trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces. There is a subtle ebb and flow in these dynamics, which comes out in your conversations and correspondences. Since Neptune retrograde is slowly revealing a little more every time, the trine offers the opportunity to get to know your colleagues better by opening up. If you are craving more meaningful connections at work, then this is perfect. If not, then use the transit to sympathetically reinstate boundaries. Today's outlook is bright. You'll find things generally easy today. Material demands will be satisfied as quickly as they appear, and projects and chores get finished quickly and neatly. It looks as though the world was created for you, or, at the very least, that you have total control over your destiny. But then, you have always felt that this was so. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. Have you been itching to get outdoors? Dress in bright colors and put your vivacious mood to work for you. Other people will be attracted to the spark in your eyes like moths are drawn to light. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. The surge of power within you is going to let others know that you mean business. Make good use of this fantastic boost of energy by conquering your own goals and your own demons, instead of using it to wage war on anyone else. Other people should know to get out of your way when you get your mind set on doing something. If they do not, politely ask them to move instead of steamrolling right over them. This day marks the beginnings of a good period for you and those close to you, my friend. You will be animated by a powerful vibration to communicate. So, you could be coming to the end of a sort of effective no man's land that has been working on you for a while. You may also meet new people, but if you don't, your existing relationships will be consolidated at the very least. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Gemini, you might feel a shift in energy that keeps you on your toes. Gemini is a sign known for its quick wit and mental agility, and this lunar influence can leave you buzzing with thoughts and ideas. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed with your mind racing, unable to shut off the stream of thoughts running through your head? That's the kind of energy you might be dealing with tonight. It's like your brain is stuck in overdrive, making it a bit tricky to slow down, relax, and unwind. If you find that you're more alert than usual, try not to stress about it. Instead, embrace this mental clarity as an opportunity. Sometimes, when we're more awake than we'd like to be, it's a sign that there's something our minds need to process. Maybe there's a creative idea bubbling up that needs to be explored. Or perhaps you've been avoiding dealing with something that's finally demanding your attention. Use this time to check in with yourself. What's on your mind? What thoughts keep resurfacing? You might be surprised by the clarity that comes when you allow yourself the space to really explore what's buzzing around in your head. But, of course, this heightened mental activity can also make it hard to relax and get the rest you need. If you find yourself tossing and turning, consider trying some relaxation techniques, deep breathing, gentle stretches, or even jotting down your thoughts in a journal to clear your mind. Sometimes, just getting those swirling thoughts down on paper can be enough to quiet the mental chatter and help you drift off to sleep. Now, with all this mental stimulation, there's a little word of caution: be mindful of your impulses, especially when it comes to spending. It's easy to fall into the trap of making quick purchases when you're feeling restless or overwhelmed. Have you ever found yourself online shopping late at night, only to wonder the next day if you really needed that new gadget or pair of shoes? The energy right now can make those little impulse buys seem more appealing than usual, but try to resist the urge to make any big purchases or financial commitments unless they're absolutely necessary. If you do need to make a financial decision, take a moment to pause and assess it with a clear head. Ask yourself if this is something you really need, or if it's just a temporary comfort you're seeking. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself to a little something to lift your spirits, but be mindful of the difference between a small indulgence and a bigger commitment that could backfire later. Remember, the energy of Gemini can be fast-paced and sometimes a little scattered, so grounding yourself is key. Have you ever found that when your mind is racing, it helps to take a step back and get a little perspective? Maybe that means reaching out to a friend for a quick chat, or taking a walk to clear your head. Whatever it is, find something that helps you anchor yourself and brings you back to center. And if you're feeling particularly energized tonight, lean into it. Use this time to brainstorm, create, or even just daydream about the possibilities ahead. Sometimes, those late-night bursts of inspiration can lead to some of our best ideas. Just be sure to balance it out with moments of calm and mindfulness to keep from getting too carried away by the buzz of this lunar energy. How do you typically handle those restless nights when your mind won't quiet down? Do you have any go-to strategies for finding balance when your thoughts are racing? Share your experiences. There's always something we can learn from each other's journeys, especially during these times of heightened energy and introspection.